Bonjour, mes amis. Today we're about to fly to Paris. We'll be off to design some danger in this city of love. Perfect time for Nancy to have a summer fling with someone who's not Ned. Maybe some guy named, like, Jean or something like that. I'm ready for it. Let's see what we're actually doing here. Cover assignment, travel to Paris, and work as an assistant to Minette, an up-and-coming American fashion designer whose behavior has lately become alarmingly bizarre and erratic. She's been firing people right and left, throwing temper tantrums, refusing to return phone calls, running dangerously behind schedule, and oh yeah, wearing a full face mask all day, every day, even while working. I feel like they should have led with that. That's the most bizarre detail, because before that she just seems like a shitty boss, you know? But then you hear that she's wearing a full face mask, and it gets a whole lot more weird. Real assignment. Discover the reason for Minette's strange behavior and report back to Amy Grunhild, a client of Dad's and Minette's biggest financial backer, who wants to know, is Minette cracking under the pressure trying to make her spring collection even more spectacular than her fall collection was? Is that her main concern? Will she even have enough designs done for there to even be a spring collection? Is she up to something Ms. Grunhild doesn't know about? I think there's a lot Ms. Grunhild doesn't know about. Was investing in Minette a mistake? Is it time to pull the financial plug on her? Additional info, Minette has one other assistant, an American named Heather, with whom I will be working. Incredible that she hasn't been fired yet. There must be something really special about Heather. Her studio is in an old windmill, moulin in French, and in a section of Paris called Montmartre. Okay, so I'm Canadian. I learned French in school. I cannot speak French with even a passable French accent, so please don't make fun of me in the comments. She designs clothes primarily for plus-sized women, which I think is great, but I also think is a bit weird because Minette's not plus-sized herself. I took 2 years of French at school, so I should be able to get by. That's optimistic, Nancy. At, like, year 2 French, I was learning what a sock was called. Like, I wasn't learning all the ins and outs of, like, asking someone, Minette, why do you wear a mask all day? Like, you know, 2 years of French? She's just learning what a tomato's called. She's not even there. I don't know if you're gonna get by with that. She's not yet forming sentences if she only took 2 years of French. That's my opinion from my experience of taking French in school. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere in Paris at night by myself. Well, fuck Dad. When do we ever listen to what Dad says? When do we ever do what Dad tells us to do? No matter what, I cannot let Minette find out I'm there to check up on her. According to Ms. Grunhild, she could really lose it then. God, Dad, I'm an adult. I'm 18. You can't tell me what to do. And you know what, Dad? If you really cared, you'd come to Paris with me. But obviously you don't. So, au revoir, as they say in France. Yes, I'd like to start the game. A junior, please. Wee. I wonder what kind of on-flight meals they're serving. Like, are they serving some kind of, like, croissant on the trip to Paris? I wish I had a croissant right now. That would be, like, very on brand.
Taxi!
Would you say taxi if you were in France? I don't think taxi is a French word, is it?
Hello? I said don't come near me. No, Minette, don't!
What a greeting. Yeah, when people say hi to me, I also scream in rage at them. That's my typical greeting. Especially on a Monday morning.
Bonjour, vous êtes... are you Nancy?
Yeah?
I'm Heather McKay. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. How was your flight?
Fine. Well, actually, they lost my suitcase, so I don't have any
Oh, well,
clothes
that's
or my
perfect
cell
that you're
phone.
working at a
What's going
fashion
on
design
there?
studio,
Is someone
Nancy.
hurt?
That's just Minette throwing one of her tantrums. Don't worry. She'll stop screaming right now. They lost your suitcase?
Why does
That's
Heather
terrible.
stay?
Well, at least you're staying with Jing Jing. She'll have tons of clothes you can borrow.
This is such an off-putting start to a job. Like, you get in, your boss is screaming at the top of her lungs, throwing plant pots, and then she immediately starts to sob so loudly you can hear it through a closed door across the room. I would quit on the spot. I guess Nancy has an ulterior motive for being here, so she probably should stay.
Does this happen a lot?
Oh, you mean Minette? Don't worry, she's fine.
Yeah, she really sounds
She will
fine.
be after phase 3, which should begin right about now.
Heather, honey, you need a new job. I think you need to go somewhere. You've been here too long, clearly. Please value yourself better than this. Like, this is
See,
bad.
she uses this process that some shrink taught her to manage anger and frustration. First, she vents her rage for 10 seconds, then 6 seconds of sobs and tears, and finally, at least 4 seconds of robust laughter, all of which restores her positive
That was
flux.
more than 6 seconds of
It's
sobs
all
and
very
tears.
weird, but it works, and believe me, without it, she would be impossible to work for. With it, she's a mere nightmare to work for. Anyway. Ready to
Anyway,
get started?
I don't know, Heather. I think I might be in the wrong place, actually. You misunderstood. I'm not Nancy Drew. I don't know who that is. I actually just came in because I was looking to buy a little pastry. I thought this was a cafe for some reason. Think I'll just be going now.
That depends
On what?
on how closely I'm going to have to be working with Minette. Kidding.
That desk over there will be your workstation.
The head
I made
tilt
a list
from
of all
Heather.
the things that need to get done and put them on your computer. That's a Metro Pass. It'll let you ride the subway all over the city for free. Go ahead and take it. Answering the phone is your job. If you have any questions, just ask. Ask me, that is. Do not.
Oh, believe
bother
me,
Minette.
I don't want to bother
She's
Minette
behind
at
on her
all.
spring collection and is in danger of falling way behind on her couture projects.
Couture projects?
High fashion dresses and accessories that people have commissioned Minette to create. Needless to say, those people are très riche. In fact, she's designing the
What
dress
does that
First Lady
mean?
wore
I
at the
only
World
am in
Summit
year 2 of
November.
my French
Pretty cool,
studies.
huh?
Yesterday
Yes?
I learned that an apple is palm.
Nancy Drew, you know, from the States?
Well, she's no good to me out there. Send her in.
Yes, Minette. As soon as you feel up to it, she's right through that door.
Not ready, I'm not ready.
How come Minette has fallen so far behind in her work?
She's been under a lot of stress lately.
Talk to you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
That's not really an answer, is it? Will I ever be ready to face Minette? I don't think so. This is probably the scariest thing Nancy's ever done in her life. And, you know, she's faced people who are trying to kill her before. She's eaten British food. She's had a gun pointed at her. But this is the scariest thing she's ever done. You're so brave, Nancy. I believe in you. You can do this. You can face her. Well, actually, I think face is not an accurate way to put it, considering Minette's wearing a mask.
There you are. I was just about
We're
to
not
call Amy
facing each
Grunhild
other.
and tell her that this internship thing she'd arranged for you was off.
Well, maybe
Bad
you
enough
should have
I'm
called
forcing you
before
on
my
like
flight
this.
left River
The day I
Heights.
become financially independent and can tell people like her to buzz off will be the happiest day of my life. Well, you're here, we've met, so get to work. Heather did give you a list of chores, right?
You know what? I'm not gonna stir up any drama. She's obviously not in the best headspace right now. Actually, I'm getting the impression that she's never in the best headspace. But especially not right now.
Yes, I'm all set.
One more thing. See that form over there? The one I've just started to drape? Don't touch it. Don't even go near it. That's the dress I'm designing for the First Lady. Now go. Actually, make me a pot of my special tea first. It was
Your
custom blended
specialty!
by my tea therapist, so make sure you follow the directions. When you're done, pour me a cup and leave it on the table. A nice big boost of herbal energy never fails to get my brain cells firing.
A nice boost of tea puzzle is like just the perfect way to start off this game to get the brain cells firing. It's setting up the expectation
Really outdone yourself.
of what's
Let's
to come.
see. To make Minette her tea, the first thing I should do is read these instructions. Then I should put whichever herbs the instructions say I need into this pot of boiling water. Then when I'm done, I should click on the teapot so I can pour the tea into a cup. If I make a mistake and need to throw out an herb that I chose or the tea itself, all I have to do is click on the sink. Okay, I think I'm ready.
The consequences of anyone but Minette drinking this tea could be catastrophic. Does Minette have some kind of, like, immunity to, like, arsenic or something? Like, what are we putting in this tea? After a painstaking analysis of her body type, age, mood swings, eating habits, and lifestyle, I've formulated the following blend for Minette and for Minette only. I think we've all agreed, right, that this is the most bullshit profession. Tea therapist, he's just literally a professional bullshitter. Like, I could do this. I could, like, put together a blend and be like, yes, this is your special tea blend I've made just for you. If the tea is blended correctly, it will have a pleasant taste and an instant soothing effect. If made incorrectly, it will taste foul and have a negative effect on the mood. Therefore, the guidelines below must be strictly adhered to. Always have the following herbs on hand. Okay.
If Minette has had a temper tantrum in the last 14 days, and if she declares that blue is her favorite color on the day... Excuse me, Minette, but what's your favorite color?
Red.
Okay. Well, she's not relaxed, so we can ignore that. If Minette is right-handed, let's go see which hand she's using.
I want that tea, Nancy.
She is right-handed. That was her right hand. Okay. All gaviforms. Minette is wearing a dress. She is not.
When asked to pick a number between 1 and 10, if Minette chooses an odd number on the day the tea is to be consumed...
Please don't.
Minette, could you please pick a number between 1 and 10?
10.
Thank God. On those days when Minette is stressed out, yes, today, and feels drawn to odd numbers while she does not. If Minette is not humming, add those herbs with a potency of 7 or greater. Okay. She did say her favorite color is red. Marshy herbs. Okay, I feel decently equipped for this. We just gotta find the right herbs. So, we need gaviforms, marshy ones, and ones with a potency of 7 or higher. So we want Boojum, because that's got a potency rating of 10. Oh, we want Breland, because it grows in marshy areas. Calicula. These could also all be really bad millennial baby names. Like, ooh, this is my little baby Breland, and this is his sister Calicula, and his other sister Fenellery. But we do want to add Fenellery as well because it's a gaviform. Oh, we definitely want the gibbering herb. That wouldn't be quite as good of a baby name. Hogbone, Macrophylla. I actually don't mind this puzzle, but I think it's probably because it's easier on Junior, and also I haven't actually attempted it yet, so maybe if I mess up, then I will immediately turn and say that I absolutely hate this puzzle and despise it with every fiber of my being. But right now, I'm vibing. I'm feeling good about this. Phyregia. Little baby Phyregia. Pipsweet. Varvane. Yellow Buttons. Yellow Buttons a lot less likely to be a good baby name. I could see it being a little nickname though. My little baby Varvane. We call her Yellow Buttons though. Because when she was born, she was yellow, and she was as small and cute as a button. Boojum. We want the Boojum. We want the Breland. We want Calicula. We want Fenellery. Gibbering. Hogbone. Macrophylla. Phyregia. Pipsweet, Varvane, and Yellow Buttons.
There. I finished making your tea.
Just leave it there.
Oh, please, please let me have got this right. Enjoy your tea, Minette, please. For the love of God, enjoy your tea.
Nancy, come back here.
Yes!
The tea.
I am a
is
tea
utterly
genius.
rude. I can already feel my creativity flowing again, building like a wave on the ocean, surging towards some unseen shore.
Whatever
I
you
have
say,
another
Minette.
job for you.
Whatever you
A very
say.
critical job. See the stuff that I've been studying? That, in essence, is my spring collection.
Right, right.
All those objects have certain things in common which speak to and stimulate the artistic sinews of my subconscious, from which all the designs I need will eventually burst forth. They're all totally rude,
Right.
but they're not enough. I need more, Nancy. You need to take the number 7 metro to Pont Neuf, go to the flea market in Square de Vergalant Park, and buy me 4 more things with qualities identical to the ones each of these possesses. Use this bag. Put everything in there as soon as you buy it. I don't want anyone seeing what you bring me. It could give away my whole collection.
I mean, I'm sure if a random Parisian sees an American teenage tourist buying literal garbage at the market, I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, that must be for Minette's newest collection. I don't think that's going to happen.
Here's some money.
Wow, I'm actually shocked that she gave me money for this.
I'm just supposed to go out and buy things?
Stuff. I want stuff. New stuff that's just like this old stuff, only different.
Right.
Now just take a good look at my stuff, then go. Go!
Go! Okay, look at this stuff. I wonder how Minette's celebrity clients would feel if they knew her newest collection was inspired by a bucket. I mean, I'm sure some celebrities would be into that. They'd be like, oh, that's very rude. That's very avant-garde. Touch it.
Interesting material.
You're not touching that, are you?
I was just looking.
No,
What kind of
no,
material is this?
I'm definitely
It's a
not
brand new
touching it.
blend. Doesn't even have a name yet. Don't you have work to do?
May I suggest
Just
you call the
curious.
material the Nancy Draterial? I think it would really catch on.
Rude. What happened to your wall?
You're not really talking to me while I'm trying to work, are you?
Sorry.
No, I'm only figuratively talking to you. I'm actually communicating telepathically, Minette. I'm impressed that you picked up my cerebral vibrations. Okay, let's go to Point Neuf.
Forget something?
I guess we should talk to Heather a bit more.
Why does Minette
I mean,
wear
that's
that
one of the
mask?
reasons you're
All I
here,
know is that back
Nancy,
in March,
is
on
to
the last
solve
day
that
of her big
mystery.
fall show, she showed up wearing that mask, and she hasn't taken it off since.
That's so gross. Her face must be so oily under there.
And she's never bothered to explain why?
Sometimes she refuses to say. Other times she says it's because some mysterious man in black threw acid on her. I think it's because she just likes to get people's tongues wagging.
Has this windmill or moulin always been a
No,
fashion design
Nancy, it was a
studio?
windmill.
No. In fact,
At one
until a
point,
year
it
or
was
two
a
ago,
windmill.
This little old lady lived here. When she passed away, this
Oh,
place went on the market,
Nancy.
and
Does
Minette
she not
snapped it
know
up.
that Minettes
See,
are not
Minette has
just
this
like
thing about curves.
a specific
She claimed working in a quasi
interesting type of
like
building?
this would make her more productive.
Does Nancy know that windmills were like purpose-built buildings? It's not just like, oh, I want my house to look like this with a big like propeller on it. They are built for a reason.
It makes her seem very eccentric.
Seem?
Seem
She
eccentric?
is.
The
Yeah,
woman
thank
wears
you,
a
Heather.
mask. She
Heather and I
is
were on the same
eccentric,
page.
And fashion editors eat it up. In fact, if there's one thing I've learned from Minette, it's that how a designer behaves is likely to get her just as much attention in the fashion world as what she designs.
What's with all the red paint that's splattered on the wall in Minette's studio?
I came in one morning last month and there it was. Minette must have had a bad night.
You didn't ask her about it?
Minette always throws things when she's upset. Remember what happened when you first arrived?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
the
feel like
potted
you simply
plant. I
don't
get your
ask
point.
Minette about those things. That's how Heather's stayed in this position for so long without getting fired. She knows, just don't ask.
Thanks for your
The
help.
first
Whenever you
rule
have
of working
questions,
for
just
Minette.
ask.
Oh, well, just ask Heather. New studio opens with a vengeance for Hugo Butterly. High heels and your poodle. You go with his pit bull, Minette. That's not very mature of him, but I love the drama of that. It's so messy. He's like, here's my pit bull, a dog that's known for being very aggressive. I'm gonna name it Minette. For 2 years, fashion fanatics on both sides of the Atlantic have gobbled up the stylistic confections of Hugo Butterly. As a result, the designer has not only outgrown the tiny London loft where he started out a mere 4 years ago, but it seems he's outgrown his native England as well. Last month, he opened his new studio in Paris, out of which he now attends to work. Being invited to the opening was like being invited to the presidential palace, only better, much better. Celebrities from all over the globe descended on the studio, located on trendy Ile de Saint Louis. So many people showed up wearing Butterlies, the colorful, free-flowing, full-figure, flattering styles that are his signature. that it was difficult to tell the guests from the models the designer had hired to promote his latest line. I mean, that makes it sound like he designs Miu Mius, which are not, like, considered very stylish. But who am I to say? But as the night wore on, it became apparent that there were more people in attendance who didn't have invitations than people who did, a fact which infuriated the designer, who had deliberately limited the number of guests to reduce the risk of damage to his new facility. Although several people said that Butterly was practically purple with rage, that night he said nothing to any of his guests, and had no one thrown out. But within a week, all the party crashers had gotten a bill for 300 euros, which they were told they had to pay or they would be charged with trespassing. Within another week, all had paid. I'm very impressed by whoever Hugo hired to track down all these people. Like, they found their names and home addresses so quick. When asked about the incident, Hugo just shrugged. They took advantage of me and they paid for it. I'm not very good at forgiving and forgetting, you don't say. I may be the world's greatest fashion designer, but I'm afraid I'm not a very nice person. The world's greatest fashion designer. I admire his confidence, you know.
Leave that alone, okay?
Oh my god. Chill. Take a chill pill, Heather.
These doodles sure look familiar.
Oh my god. Whoever could it be but Sunny June, your boy Sunny June? What are all these Cocoa Kringles doing in my studio? Which is more blinding, Jean's head or his medallion? Sunny's a bit mean. Meanette. That's funny. Okay, that's important. What is this? Right, left, up, up. What are these for? Do dad. Is that important? Are these numbers important? What is important? And she did say that there's a to-do
Sunny
list
was
on here.
Sunny June. That's why those doodles look
Sunny
familiar. Sunny June did
June.
them. He must have been Minette's last assistant. Wow, that guy gets around.
Whoa, he sure gets around.
Pick up envelope from J.J. Ling. Pick up fabric photos from Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Deliver photos to Jean-Michel Traquenard. Daughter. Do whatever Minette tells you to do and do it fast.
I mean, my French accent might be bad, but at least it's not as bad as Nancy's. But to be fair, she's only done 2 years of French. She only just learned what the word for bread is, so we gotta cut her some slack. Elmo's Pizza Parlor, no more deliveries. 3 out of the last 4 attempts to deliver pizza to your place of business have resulted in screaming tirades that caused my delivery persons to fear for their lives. As you know, one of them quit on the spot. I realized that Minette is an artist. Go off, Rodolfo! With little tolerance for interruptions, but such outbursts are uncalled for and detrimental to my employees' emotional health. Therefore, we will no longer do business with you. I'm sorry if this causes you any inconvenience. My employees, however, are not. Good on you, Rodolfo. You know, if Minette's the, like, epitome of a shitty boss, Rodolfo sounds like a great boss. Like, he's looking out for his employees. He's got his, like, employees' well-being top of mind. I respect Rodolfo Santioni a lot. A business proposition. Hello, Heather. Like everyone else in France, we at Le Interrogateur are eager to know why Minette wears that mask. Since we all know that Minette goes through assistance like a horse goes through hay, I can only assume that the reason Minette hasn't fired you yet is because she trusts you. Therefore, I'm assuming that you know her secret. I'm prepared to pay you a large sum of money for that secret. It will be the easiest money you ever make. I'll call you soon. I hope we can do business. Why is Heather's email in my inbox? DeSalle Security Services First Lady Dress Fitting to Ms. McKay. In anticipation of the final fitting for the First Lady's evening gown, please be advised that 2 of our agents may visit your premises in the near future to ascertain and assess security risks and to interview any and all employees. I mean, there's not many to interview. You won't have to set aside too much time for that. Okay, we could do Jane's game, but, as the French say, no.
What's this?
And we could fix the
That's
plotter.
The plotter. It's broken. Fixing it is one of your jobs.
I guess we could do that while we're here. Oh, so we have to do this multiple times, maybe. The suspense!
There.
Did I do it? Did I just do it?
Get the phone, please.
Did I solve that
Nancy, get the phone.
I don't feel like I deserve to solve that puzzle. Hold on.
Bonjour, Manette's house of
Bonjour.
design.
Bonjour. My name is Lynn Manrique.
Oh,
I'm with the
Nancy's
Modern
so
History
lucky
Department at UC
she's not
Kearns in the
speaking
States,
French.
And I'm
French.
following up on the letter I sent to Minette about 2 weeks ago concerning Noisette Tornade.
Noisette Tornade?
It's that historian person, isn't it? Tell her we're sorry, but Minette is extremely busy and won't be able to get back to her for at least 6 weeks.
I'm sorry, but
I heard. Well, 6 weeks it is then. Thank you anyway.
Noisette Tornade. How intriguing. Well, going back to that puzzle, like there's a whole bunch of different ink options on there. Is it just random which one is the correct one? I can't believe I just did that. Did I actually? Like, it doesn't feel like I deserved that.
still need to do that. That's finished.
I did do that. Okay. EZPZ. I'm just like a puzzle genius. Let's venture out into Paris. Or not. What's this? Ah, it's
There's
not
something
a
on the
thin
floor
crust
here.
pizza.
Looks like someone slipped it under the door.
It's a bit too small.
It's for Minette.
Go ahead and open it.
Make the most of what little time you have left. Soon it will all be over.
Oh no, not another one.
Minette
Was that the
got
sound of
other
like
letters like
Heather
this?
rolling over in her
Letters, phone
chair?
calls. They started sometime in April, then they stopped, then they started up again in July. And last month, someone sent Minette dead flowers every day for a week. She locks the letters up in her dodo box over there in order to neutralize them.
May I keep this letter?
Why? I mean, if you were some kind of private detective, I'd say sure, but since you're
Yeah,
not,
I'm definitely not a private
put it in
detective.
the
I don't know
dodo
why
box.
you'd even say that, Heather. I'm just a little old gal from the
Okay.
United States. I'm
How
just
do you
a
open
little
this
teeny
thing?
bopper.
You don't.
Just
There's a
here
lock on it, but
to do
Minette
my
is convinced that
internship
if
because
she
I
opens
love
it,
fashion,
all
which
the
you can probably
wickedness
tell
in
from
there
my
will
look.
escape and
I'm
wreak
not a
havoc.
detective.
In fact, don't say
Not a
anything to her
detective at
about
all.
that letter.
I don't
It'll
even know what a
just upset
detective
her, and if she
does.
falls any further behind, she'll have to cancel her show next month. And if that happens, she may as well cancel her career.
Burnett canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Who is Dieter von Schwesterkrank?
He's this awesome fashion photographer. But listen, as it turns out, I have to run an errand in that area, so I'll pick up those fabric photos.
Oh no, that's okay.
No,
I'll
please do it.
Finding
Please
his
do it,
studio
Heather.
will help me get more familiar with Paris. In fact, why don't I run your errand too?
No, that's all right. It can wait. Getting those
Nancy's
prints to
way
Jean-Mi
too
is much more
generous.
important.
Why is that?
Jean-Michel Trequenard is the fashion editor for Glam Glam magazine. All he
Oh my god, I
really
literally
is a
said
glorified
Nancy
gossip
could have a
columnist,
fling with
so
a
it
French
pays to
guy
be
named
nice to
Jean.
him,
I
which,
did
as
not
you'll
mean
find
Jean-Michel
out, ain't
Trequenard.
easy. His office is the Café Kiki on the Rue des Mauvais Garçons in the Marais. Look for the
In the
bald guy at
Marais.
the corner table. He'll have a cell phone in one hand and a fork in the other.
I'll let you get back to work.
Whenever you have questions, just ask.
I feel like Jean-Mi is a kind of wasted character in this game, unfortunately. You don't have that many interactions with him, and the interactions you do have are not very significant. It's unfortunate, because I think he could have, like, if they gave him some more, like, motivation, I think he could have been a really interesting character and added some more to the game. Let's go do some shopping. Go on a shopping spree. We're at the park. Ooh la la.
To the memory of the French fighters.
I'm impressed for someone who just learned the word for cat. Nancy's not too shabby at the translation.
Bonjour. Lequel préférez-vous?
Parlez-vous anglais?
If you buy, I speak whatever
Bonjour!
you like. I see you over there at the
Oh.
monument with the Cross of Lorraine. You are a tourist?
Speak whatever
Actually,
you like.
I have a job here in Paris, but it's
Man.
only temporary. So I guess I'm kind of a tourist.
Tourists are good. I welcome tourists. I am Malika. I sell fine things from around the world. The others who sell here, they sell things which they pry from the muck of their basements. You see something you like?
Well,
The muck of their basements. You're trying to tell me you didn't take this weird toy wheel out from the muck of your basement, Malika? I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Is that the...
This spoon looks familiar.
It's the
You can
Captain's
get a
Cove
Sunday
spoon,
spoon
isn't
like
it?
that in only one place. From a hotel in an amusement park which is said to be haunted. It is very special, and yet I sell for only 12 heroes.
Actually, no thanks. I already have one.
I don't think I want it after all.
What else do you like?
I think these are pretty similar to
How
what
much are
kind
you
of
selling the
Minette
green
wants.
rings for?
We want
They
4
are green
things.
magic
Magic
They
rings.
cost
Magic
15
rings.
euros.
Would €8 be okay?
Voila. What else do you like?
Oh boy, magic rings.
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you come back, maybe then I have what you like.
I'll remember that.
Merci. Au revoir.
Is this vendor coming on to Nancy? She's like, I'll say whatever you want. And she's like, come back and I'll have whatever you like. Man. I don't even know you. Ooh, very, very classy public art. I love it.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Monsieur Marchand, à votre service.
Bonjour, Monsieur Marchand.
American tourist?
Sort of. Is that okay?
I like Americans. They are smart. I sell good stuff and they can tell. So, what are you going to buy?
Well,
Why is everyone at this market selling items from the haunted carousel?
where have I seen this arm
I
before?
wonder,
That is
Nancy.
the arm of a robotic monster with a very interesting history. The police detective who sold it to me says the arm figured into the capture of a dangerous criminal who operated out of an amusement park in America. I sell it to you for 18 euro. A real steal, if you will pardon the expression.
Typical corrupt cop, like literally stealing things from the amusement park and trying to sell them on, upsell them probably.
I changed my mind. Not interested.
What else tickles
well,
the fancy?
I mean, I know what tickles the fancy. You know, what really interests me is this blue round thing.
What's in here? A movie?
Oui, it contains an American short film. I'm not sure if it is about a beloved beast of burden in Tibet or about someone who talks a lot, but it has won many awards. And the fact that it is in a nice blue canister makes it well worth 84 euro.
Bitch, no.
I'll give you €1 for it.
For an award-winning piece of Hollywood, 84 euro no less.
I don't think I want it after all.
What else tickles the fancy?
You know what? I don't like your attitude,
I
sir.
really don't
I
wanna buy
wouldn't, will
anything
not
right
be
now.
buying
By
anything for
any
you.
chance does mademoiselle wish to earn some money?
Maybe. How?
The tourists, they like to buy hand-painted reproductions of famous works of art. But as you can see, it is difficult for me to paint them. But for a young woman such as you...
Wait, why is it
it
difficult
is
for you to
easy.
paint them? I don't
You want
understand.
me to paint the reproductions?
You
Wants
see?
he wants
The lines
Nancy
are
to
already
do
there.
forgeries
You
for
look at
him.
the original painting,
Nancy,
you put paint
this
on your
is
brush,
this is
you paint
bad.
between the
Are
lines,
no alarm
voila.
bells going
The
off
painting
in
which
your
you
head?
trace will gobble up, and I pay you 15 euro for each one you complete. Do you wish to start now?
Also, I love that like Carson Drew is like, Nancy, can't go out at night. I'm worried about your safety. And then he sends her off to a foreign country, completely alone, without any foreign currency. So she has to just fend for herself. Darn you, Daddy Drew.
If you don't mind.
But of course...
Very much not Dad of the Year. Okay, let's just do a quickie. A quick little forgery as a treat. Nancy, after like solving this case, she'll take a little break to go do some sightseeing at the Louvre, and she'll see her handiwork on display. This is quite soothing, to be honest. I missed it.
Monsieur, how's this?
Nancy sounds so eager to
You have
please.
done excellent work, and for that, I reward you. Do you wish to paint another?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Another.
Well, au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
What an interesting character. Wait, why can't he paint? Oh, because is he missing like an arm? Does he have like a hook hand? I think he does have a hook hand. Oh, here's the most beautiful butt in all Paris.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. If
Bonjour.
you like the bargains, you have come to the right place. What captures the eyes?
Well,
So I can't remember for this game if like the color is important or if it's just the shape, because I feel like all the things Minette shows are like solid colors. They're like green or blue or red, and I don't know, I can't remember if that's important to the things you buy or not.
what's the price of this lava lamp?
That lamp is very special. The truck which rises and falls inside it, unlike any I have ever seen. Watching it will entertain you for hours. And I am selling it for only 20 euro.
Actually, I think you're selling it for only 15 euro.
Would you take 15 euros instead?
It is yours. See anything else you like?
Does this cost very much?
The traffic cone is one of my favorites. So colorful and so useful. With it, I myself learned to park my car parallel. And I ask only 10 euro
With only
for it.
one cone.
I think 3 euros is a fair price.
It is yours.
Sweet.
See anything else you like?
Okay, I would just want to know what the heck this is.
What is this?
That is as close to a magic wand as you will ever find outside of the fairy tales. It was crafted by a magician who is said to have given it true magical powers. This is why for it I ask 85 euro.
A magic wand. Let's try it.
Magic isn't my thing, but it's kind of pretty. I'll give you 1 euro for it.
It is yours.
What,
See
actually?
anything else you like?
Oh, hell yeah. Now I've got magic rings and a magic wand. Nancy is
Actually, I
about
don't see
to
anything else.
magic
Here, new things
herself
come,
out of
new
this
things go all the
situation.
time. You must come back.
Nancy should
I might just do
magically
that. Au revoir.
Au revoir,
wish for
mademoiselle.
money so she doesn't have to, you know, demean herself by painting forgeries in the park anymore. Minette, you will not believe this, but I can do real magic. Please say she didn't put that in the basket. No, I didn't want to give that to Minette. That's my magic wand. Don't you dare try to give it to Minette, Nancy.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. What do you wish to buy?
Okay, please let me buy the blue canister for less than 84
Well,
euros.
let's see. How much did you say yak costs?
84 euro.
Oh, I guess
I'll buy it.
Vendu.
lost my chance.
What else tickles the fancy?
I really don't want to buy
I think
anything
Nancy
right
should
now.
have just used
get new
her
things
real
all
magic
the time.
to steal
You
it.
must-
How much money do I have? I've got 99 euros. You know, not bad, not bad. I respect this guy a lot more, seeing that he's got all the pigeons hanging out with him. If the pigeons trust him, he must be a good guy.
No, don't say anything. Let me guess. You lost your passport, so you're looking for the American consulate to get it replaced. Only you wound up here because you asked a Parisian for directions, and you thought you understood what he said, only you didn't. Am I right?
Is this a common occurrence for him?
Actually, I'm looking for Dieter von Schwesterkrank.
Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Please don't tell me you're a would-be model who thinks her career would take
God,
off
he
if
just
only I would
really wants to
photograph
think
her.
the worst
No,
of me.
my name's Nancy Drew.
What an
Minette
ass.
sent me here to pick up some fabric photos.
I regret to say I have not printed them up yet, nor will I have time to do so for quite a while. Had I used my digital cameras, there would be no problem, but unfortunately, the essence of those fabrics was better captured by film.
You're not really going to make me go back to Minette and tell her that,
You
are
know
you?
what she's like.
I'd forgotten how unpleasant she can be when things don't go her way.
I don't know. I
Do
don't
you
think
know
he
how to
did
make
forget.
prints?
No.
Then you will learn. There is a binder on the bookshelf that will tell you how to make prints with the paper I use, which is Krollmeister Escachrome PB paper. The dark room is through the door with the red
Oh,
light
Nancy's
by,
gonna
and
learn
the
all
four
right.
negatives
She's gonna
from
learn
which
the hard
prints need to
way.
be made are next to the enlarger.
Really
I'm
gonna
sure
learn
you'll
a
do fine.
lesson.
Is it digital?
Yes, very high res though, very limited capacity. Would you like to borrow it?
I'd love to. Thank
Does he
you.
trust me with his camera? Jeez, he only just met me. I guess he feels bad about continuously thinking the worst of me when we first talked. Can I take a picture? Delete.
Just make sure you don't knock over anything in there. Some of those chemicals are extremely volatile.
Whoa. Whoa, look at all those bottles of chemicals. One false move and boom.
You know, I don't think this is actually how dark rooms work. And if he's got chemicals that if you just knock into them, they will explode the whole room, I'm really questioning his process. Like, why does he keep those kind of chemicals in here? I don't think he needs those.
Oh my gosh, it's pitch black in here. With all those chemicals around, I'm going to have to be real careful.
It would be unfortunate if I just randomly clicked somewhere.
Uh-oh. One chemical plus another chemical equals...
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What?
I'm actually going to elect to use the cheat here because I don't have time for this.
Help yourself.
That is a really weird thing to say when you hear someone using your toilet. Was that Nancy zipping up her pants? What are these noises? Sorry, Dieter, it's just traveler's diarrhea. You know how it is. I'm sure with the strong smell of all these chemicals, you won't even be able to smell it. It's fine.
There, I'll just put them
Yeah!
in the I'll be all set.
Easy peasy. Oh, I'm really good at developing prints, actually, Dieter. And it was great because I could actually, like, reach all the printing materials while I was sitting on the toilet. It was really convenient. I needed something to occupy my mind. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Ah, you made the prints.
Yeah. Oh, I made
Now
more
you
than
get to
just
have
the
pleasure
prints
of
in there.
delivering them to Monsieur Traconard.
It sounds like you don't like him.
Give me the
He's a
goss.
conceited nixnut who thinks far too highly of himself and far
My
too
dude,
little
I
of
barely know
everyone
how to
else do
speak
his job
French. You
fairly.
can't start speaking German to me as well.
Heather didn't seem to like him very much either.
I refuse to bow and scrape when I'm in his presence, and he resents me for it. He's not used to that. You see, most people are so afraid he'll write something bad about them that as far as they're concerned, whatever Jean-Mi wants, Jean-Mi gets. No questions asked.
You know, like, all of the characters in this game are supposed to be, like, very fashionable people. They're in the world of high fashion. But just look at what he's wearing. Like, what is that blazer? Is that suede? Is that, like, a weird blue suede blazer? Like, I know this is, like, 2006, but please. Like, can you not afford a stylist, maybe? I know you probably think you know best, but that is not it. That is not it. You do not know best in terms of fashion. Please, do yourself a favor and hire a stylist. Also, that hair, you really need to work on that hair, my dude. I know I'm not one to talk either. My hair does not look... I'm not having the best hair day today, but at least it's better than yours, okay?